Welcome VIP session 3, and very sparse numbers on our VIP. I don't know. Oh, we're all coming in thick and fast. It's because I bet you they all went to sign up for the incubator. That's what they did. They all just rushed to sign up for the incubator and then decide, okay, I'll go and do the VIP now. All right, so let me help you. If you want suggestions on what your products can be, I have a real gift, real knack for that kind of stuff. You want me to, let me help you. Let me help you build something. Carmel.
I'm always seems to be the first one to start off. Yeah, so I mean, over the last couple of days, I've been thinking about lots of things, thinking and praying. Currently now, what I do apart from, ministry-wise, I do a lot of one-on-one, talking to people, discipleship stuff. God's put me in a very specific area to do that with a group of people, but I'm a real encourager. I actually went and put a video up yesterday after I got off, and I actually said for the first time publicly, I suppose, in a way, like out into the big world of Facebook, that, if anyone wanted to contact me for prayer or, for encouragement or a prophetic word or whatever, I put that out there. That was me really stretching myself. I mean, I'll pray with people in the street and all that sort of thing. That doesn't worry me, but it's like actually me probably owning and having confidence, I think, in that particular sphere. So I don't know. What do you suggest? Where should I start? Because there's a lot of different avenues I could probably go down, but I want to pick something, try to be a little bit specific to start with.
So is anybody paying you for coaching, for one-on-ones?
No.
Okay, so you have no idea whether they're of any use.
In this particular situation, God sent me to this particular place to minister to these women, and there's been a huge thing happen. Like, there's been a lot of people get born again, filled with the Spirit, and there's a specific reason God has sent me to this particular place. Sure. But apart from that, it's like, you know how when you move around in circles and people don't actually recognize who you are? I don't know how to put it. It's kind of like sort of undercover, but not really. That people kind of overlook. They look at you, but they don't actually see you by the Spirit. They are only seeing you in the flesh.
So you feel overlooked?
Up until now, I think that most of the people that I've had close contact with, like, for instance, recently I lived part-time with a pastor and his wife, and even though I had probably known them for about 5 years and gone and spoke to them about ministry and stuff like that, they never really kind of clicked in anything about me, like who I was, who God created me to be. I don't know if I'm making sense with this.
Yeah, you feel overlooked and passed by.
Yeah, in a sense. I mean, this
no one's recognizing the true amazingness that you are.
No, they don't really see me. They just see me for a person that might be, oh, yes, you're confident. Yeah, you'll go out and pray with people on the street. Yes, you'll do all those sorts of things, but they don't actually really know who I am. Not really.
And why would they?
Well, that's true. If you're not doing anything.
Or if you're not. So my wife, yeah, I've been happily married for 35 years, almost 35 years, 35 years in March. We're really looking forward to our 35-year anniversary. I'm not responsible for meeting my wife's needs. Right? She's not responsible for meeting my needs. That's bizarre. That's like that's a kind of bizarro world that we live in, that she's responsible for meeting my needs and I'm responsible for meeting her needs. And that's in every area of our marriage, that she's not responsible for meeting my needs. And it's crazy that we, you know, if I have a need for significance, nobody else is responsible for me getting my needs met. I think the need for significance is very real. But what we've done is that we've largely abdicated our responsibility to meet our needs and given it to other people. So I 100% believe that there's a lot of people feel overlooked and passed by and misunderstood because they're waiting on someone else doing something that's theirs to do. So part of it is you have to get your needs met, Carmel. Like, you have to actually get your needs met. So do you know what they are, and can you do them without waiting for someone else to pick you? Right. That's the sort of like, I'm in a meeting waiting for, you know, Bill Johnson to pick me out from among a crowd. Listen, it's actually happened to me. There's video out there of, you know, the 20th anniversary of the outpouring in Toronto and the 25th anniversary of the outpouring in Toronto. And John and Carol Arnott call Rachel and me up to the stage to sort of like do it. And they're like, where's Ian? Is Ian and Rachel here? I will tell you now, it did not change my life at all. Like, not at all. I remember the first time John brought me up to stage and I was like, this is amazing. My whole ministry is going to just go as a result. No, it did not indeed. Nothing happened. Because again, I'm playing the victim, right? So this is, I'm sure you're all familiar with the Cartman drama triangle, right? In our lives, that we make up this story. And of course, we won't use such aggressive language, particularly as Christians, because we're really nice and, you know, we pray and we trust the Lord and all that kind of stuff. But someone's a persecutor, right? Someone here is the persecutor, someone's a victim, and someone's the rescuer. And we make up all these stories, and this is the most dysfunctional way that we can live. I am the poor victim here because no one knows me, right? No one knows who I am. I don't know what ministry I'm supposed to be doing. Like, someone needs to see me and see me for who I'm worth. And it's these people here, they don't do it. They're just oblivious. They might not even be mean-spirited, but they're just oblivious. And man, I wish Ian would come and have a word with them and tell them how amazing I am, or whatever. Like, these three roles are involved in our drama. And this is called the drama triangle. These three roles are involved in our drama. And what we need to do is we need to step outside of this. And we need to step outside of this triangle and say, hey, I'm not a victim. I might have been a little bit dim. I might have not understood what was going on. I might not have understood the rules of the game here, but I'm not a victim to anybody. I have made decisions that have put me in this place. And those decisions continually. So some of my higher paying clients will make decisions that they're burnt out and don't want to go on. And I'm like, there's no such a thing as a burnout. Burnout is a myth. It's an absolute myth. It is based on the stories that you're telling yourself that you're not enough and you're not like those other people over there. Because comparison, the shame of you, or the fear of you not being enough, and the comparison between you and other people keeps you trapped in this little victim thing. So here's what I would say to you is, like, don't worry about any of that. Just do something. Take massive action. Take something that is a massive action. What do you want to do? Do you want to build an online group? Do you want to build an in-person group? What do you want to do? It's just a marketing and selling. It's not, the product is not going to be bad. It's simply about marketing and selling. And what we get to do, here's You mentioned confidence, right? Confidence. Guess what confidence is? It's another myth, right? It's another one of those things. Like, if I only felt confident, no, you got to do things afraid. Like, courage is courage assumes the very presence of fear, right? So this is what happens, and you're all going to recognize, certainly the United States. You're going to recognize the United States, but you'll all recognize social media right away. I am not making any political comment. I believe that Charles is my king, and rebellion is a bad thing. And if anybody in the United States wants to repent from 1776 and come under the glorious crown of England again, that'd be awesome. But so I'm not making any political, any health, any conspiracy. I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to point out something to you. All right. So what we have is that when people, I might have put those I've put those the wrong way. So this should be there, and that should be there. So when people have a little bit of knowledge, right? So this is now confidence, and this is now knowledge. When people have a little bit of knowledge, their confidence is super high. You don't need masks. Yes, you do need masks, because people with a little bit of confidence, or a little bit of knowledge, their confidence about it is super high. And then the more you grow in your knowledge, what happens is that your confidence drops until it comes to like an almost all-time low. And then as your knowledge grows, then your confidence starts to soar again. This is really what happens to us all, right? We get a little bit of confidence, right? We get a little bit of knowledge, and then we're like, okay, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. This is the Lord. The Lord is on this. This is amazing. Oh, you go on all cylinders. And then you realize you get a little bit more knowledge, a little bit more experience, and your confidence starts to plummet. And then the more you learn about something, your confidence starts to plummet even further, because you realize how much you don't actually know. And it's normally about this point that we decide it was never the Lord, or the Lord was just teaching us for a season, and that season is now over, and that we're going to bail out and we're going to try something new. Instead of, no, we're just going to be consistent and disciplined and do the same thing time and time and time again until our confidence actually grows. But we have to learn to do things when we're not confident. And the reality for most of us, I've been a Christian for 43 years, right? 43 years. That's a long time. That feels like a long time. But most of us have actually had enough knowledge that we don't have a lot of confidence. And we're like, I just want more confidence. No, you just got to learn to launch. I mean, it'd be great if you had a launch there. It wouldn't really have been great if you had a launch there, because you definitely need support to say, no, it's not plummeting. You don't suck. You're not awful. You're not the worst in the world. Don't worry about it. And if we wait until we're here before we launch stuff, then you'll probably be 90 and not able to use ChatGPT. So a lot of that is just these things. Again, last night, and this is 100% coaching, right? The things that you know, the things that you don't know, the things that you know that you don't know, and the things that you don't know that you don't know. And whilst the things that you don't know are the things that are really detrimental, the most detrimental that I've found with Christians is the stuff that we know because we prayed about it. I prayed about it and I know it's not the Lord, really. Or, we never challenge those stuff that we know. So like even making the statement, like, I just wish I had some more confidence. Why? What difference would that make? Or that people don't see me? So Like, well, then do something that they'll see you. Get your own needs met. How does that sound? Too hard? Yeah, go ahead. There's only
No, it's true, because if you don't do something, it's, you know, the saying, people say, you know, feel the fear and do it anyway, or, you know, if you don't jump, your parachute's not going to open, you know, all those sorts of things. You have to actually do something for something to happen, otherwise it's not going to happen.
yeah.
I mean, that's it, isn't it?
Nobody is
No,
responsible to meet your needs. Nobody.
no, you got to do it yourself. You got to actually jump.
And realistically, is like what that means is telling people, hey, I need this from you. I need to feel seen. It's not about just becoming very independent, and it's just about saying, hey, I would love to feel that you knew me. It's my responsibility, or well, it's actually my wife's responsibility to come to me and say, I need you to look at me straight in the eyes when when we're having a conversation. I need you to get off your phone. I need you not to be working. I need you not to be multitasking. I need you to look at me in the eyes. I need to know that you're listening to me. That's her responsibility. And it's not my responsibility to remember it all the time. Like every time I travel, and Rachel isn't with me, you know, if she drives me to the airport, she'll say, no, I need you to text me tomorrow. And I need you to call me the day after that. And if you want to call me every day, that'd be great. And I'll go, okay, yes. Because if she doesn't tell me that, I will literally not remember to do it. Anybody else? Anything I can help with? That's actually a lot of stuff, even just there, to be honest. Whatever else we did. Yeah, lots of new information. I know. It's I mean, again, I say this to my incubator folks all the time. Like I need them to succeed. I'm going to need you to make a lot of money because it makes me look awesome. But I'm going to need you all to go away and make a lot of money and make the impact that you want to make. I kind of need you to do that. So if you could do that for me, that'd be great. Here I am telling you what I need. I need you to go and be awesome and to create stuff. And I get it. Like I totally get like Rachel doesn't want to do this. Rachel, my wife, enjoys. We run this international prophetic community together with a guy called Ivan Roman. Rachel does the dream interpretation workshop. She has done prophet schools, but she intercedes for a couple of people and is happy enough doing that. She doesn't necessarily want to be like high profile and public and all that. But for those of us that do, we're responsible to get that done ourselves. We have to steward it. It's not the responsibility of Bill Johnson to steward my calling. Anybody else? Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot of work, but it's not digging holes in the road. Like for me, it's a lot of work, but it's not really. So if I just live with my incubator, and just try and grow my incubator, I may be working 10 hours a week, promoting it, 12 hours a week, maybe. Like promoting it, doing 3-day events, doing emails, maybe 12 hours a week. And as a result, getting, 60 grand a year from that. That's more actually, because some of them are doing 30K stuff. So Yeah, it's a different, there's been like 5 major transitions over the last 2000 years from ministry transitions. You know, like the 1st century pastor, Luke's, or church leader, overseer, as it would be called in scripture, was completely different than the in the 3rd century plus, you know, up to the 3rd century was completely different. And then it changed, it kept changing, and then changing in the Reformation again. And then this one is kind of the biggest change I see is moving digitally. And this is where we need, for me, it's like where we need volume. We need the volume of people. We need hundreds of thousands of people to be ministering online. Like hundreds of thousands of people. That might not even be enough. So if you're seeing like 2 or 3 people doing it online, it's like that might not even be enough. So Carmel.
Well, there's a great need for it, because one thing I've noticed, and because this thing of, marketing online or whatever, or what do they call it? Affiliated marketing. I reckon I've been thinking about that like for 3 or 4 months and just rolling it around. So when this came up, I'm like, okay, what's this? Because when you go on different sites and people comment, and you just go down, you read the comments. It's like this open fodder. You could sit there all day and type prayers and prophesy over people. It's just there's hundreds and thousands of them there, and that's only just on any site that you're connected to. That's what I see. Then there's this massive need of people go on there more so and perhaps talk there within that chat room or whatever, because they feel safe, or you can't see them or whatever. But there's a massive area there that's not being touched at all.
100%. Yeah, 100%. It's the, yeah. I don't think it's saturated at all. In fact, none of the markets, none of the predictions are that this is saturated. We're looking at going to 275 billion in the next couple of years, or million in the next couple of years. Or is it billion? I can't remember. I actually quote this and I can't even remember what it is. But yeah, the market for this is huge. But even just as believers, as Christians, the market's huge, because we need people to be ministering to people that I'll never reach. Like I have two of my incubator clients are in New Zealand, and I just mentioned to one of them today. I said, "Hey, there's a gal on the client on the 3-day, and she's from Australia, and it's like it'd be great to have something in that time zone. It'd be great to do something, because there's so many obstacles to all this." So yeah. Hanani, where'd you go?
Do you think that we need to go back to school to if you want to mentor, do you need a degree to do that?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
People that want to get qualifications before they do stuff are generally perfectionists. So no, there are a lot of actually PhD psychologists who are going into the life coaching market because it's more lucrative and the insurance doesn't exist. So the sort of medical insurance stuff, it doesn't exist, and the insurance claims don't exist and all that. So it's just an easier life coaching. We've been threatening to do our own Sacred Space life coaching certificate for people that want to actually learn some skills. But I wouldn't do a bunch of that. I would just say, what skills do I have? So do you work?
Yeah, I'm actually a teacher. Plus I do balloons on the side. Plus I do videography for our ministry and run the camera ministry. So and the women's ministry. So
Okay, so you've probably got a lot of transferable skills, right? So you don't necessarily, like, if you get a degree, that means you show some you show some degree of organization skills, of time management, of working to deadlines. Like, all of those things are just what's important to building a business. And I think all I'm doing is telling you, this, I get coached. And I believe that is more than a qualification than anything to coach people. So the fact that I'm hungry enough to get coached, the fact that I'm prepared to spend thousands of dollars on getting coached, is me saying that's probably more of a qualification than any piece of paper that I'll get. In fact, so my wife is a trained life coach. She has her little membership card and her certificate for the American Christian Life Coach Association. And one of the things that I would say is that the entire qualification for that is simply coaching. So you get coached so that you learn how to coach. So, but it depends what you're going to build, right? So the money is in online group coaching. Like that's where the money really is. So the money is in getting 100 people into your online group mentorship, equipping, coaching group, whatever you want to call it, who are charging you, or who are paying $1,800 to $2,000 a year, $2,500 a year to be part of it. And then you offer them a bunch of upgrades or upsells. So my upsells, I have a 6,000, 10,000, 30,000 upsell, and those prices are about to go up probably after Thanksgiving. So that's how you.
I wanted to say thank you. The other day you made a statement about Jesus's model for, what was it? Jesus,
the rabbinical model.
yeah, his model for, oh my gosh, gaining something was honoring his parents. Was
Yeah.
Luke 2 you talked about.
Yeah, favor.
And gaining favor was honoring his parents. And I wanted to say thank you because, like, I can relate to what Carmel was speaking, and I believe that's 100% true what you said. Nobody is responsible for my needs. And I like speaking the word back into myself and remembering that my man of God, my apostle, my pastors, my leaders, they all have the best interest in me. We're human beings. We make mistakes.
Right.
It's not that they want to overlook you. It's just that they love you and they have a mandate on their lives too. So like, yeah, no, I just want to say thank you. And thank you, Carmel, for being vulnerable.
All right, lovely people. Go build something and make money. If I can help, join my incubator. If you've got 30 grand to spend, sign up for that. But, you know, just if I can help, if you think I can help, then join my incubator. I love it. I love it. It's on a Wednesday morning. I spend about 30 to 45 minutes praying for everybody before I go live. And I love it. I just love seeing people make money. And certainly when you're starting off, it comes in, you know, $1,000 here, $1,500 here, blah, blah, blah. But I just love seeing people taking care of their families. So. All righty. And please join the Facebook group. And over the next couple of days, if you have anything that crops up, please just tag me, ask me a question, and I'll jump on there and try to help. I'm going to try and make that group into something bigger as the year goes on. So.
Thank you. It's been great.
Awesome. Go make money, make an impact, change the world. Woohoo!